Yeah, you out there, you get this. So, I thought today it is time to get into something new, something different. So, whenever I come up with some insight, then I'm all for sharing with all of you. So, today I'm going to talk about beauty versus quality. And it's the stupidest thing I was thinking last night um, about a stupid metaphor. Yeah, don't check the mess behind me. So here's a metaphor. Picture yourself having to decide in a night of chocolate bars, precisely. So there's the organic, there's the very fancy, there's the premium chocolates, gourmet type. There's the brands who are made like in just specialty locales, and then there's just the plain presentation chocolate bars, and then there's just the one that everybody knows, and then there's just the basic, and then there's the ugly front, and then there's the chunk then you can just buy to cook, and then you have a small chocolate bars. So let's just picture that there's all these type of chocolate bar in front of you, and some of them have the most pretty wrapping around them, and they look so delightful. They look so good that if you had all the money in the world, you will be able to just pick. Let's say then there's no limit, and you can just take as many as you want. But you can only pick one, which means there might be 30, but you only get to pick one of a kind. So here's the comparison. Oh, we get a visitor. Hey there. So you mind is attracted to the pretty decoration. So it's just like if you go to a liquor store and you have that wonderful presentation for eggnog or whiskey bottle, and it comes with a free glass. It comes with a wrapper, and it just looks beautiful, and you get to save that bottle. You get to impress people with it. You're gonna pick that if money wasn't a question. So it's funny because outside layer really matters. Just like if you're buying a book, you're looking at the book cover. If you're buying looking for a DVD, you usually read the back, but you also are attracted to the cover. And that's how people make their sales. It's well known. And we forget sometimes. We forget that a food choice, by example, we don't always go by what we read or by what we know. We often go by what we see. So here you have to choose, and you have 30 minutes to choose. So you're like, oh my God, there's just so many. They all look really good, but there's some of them look better than the others. So here's the same thing with beauty. You are attracted to beauty, to something who looks just so beautiful. So everybody's attracted. It's just like art. We're attracted to something. Nature, we're attracted to, pretty leaves, pretty flowers, pretty objects. all type of things. So, hey Kendall, no, it's no dancing time. Okay, it's time for you to go now. Okay, you need to go, Kendall. I'm trying to finish this. All right. So, so we decide on the prettiest one because we have all the money in the world and we get to pick the best. So what do we want to pick? We want to pick the best looking wrap, and hope for the best. So let's say you do pick that one, the most beautiful wrap, chocolate bar, and you're like, I think I made the best choice. This looks super fancy, might be delicious. But you come home, you open it, and it tastes like a dollar store chocolate. Tastes like it's not good. And you're regretting your choice and you stuck with it forever. So you gotta deal with it. You gotta make the best of it. So you're like, okay, well, at least it's pretty. I can still show it off. But it's not good inside. But it looks good. So a lot of time it's how we walk. It's like, we if somebody's attracted to somebody who's it's because of, I mean, the first time, of course, we're not all shallow. The first time we see somebody who is very attracted physically by the way they look. So if you focus on that so much, you want that pretty, outside layer wrapping paper. But what if you get that and it's all, you know, plain and and rotten inside and smelly and just not surprising, not interesting, greedy. I mean, all the worst you can imagine. Once you open that wonderful, envelope of that wonderful, pretty thing, then you got, then it's, disgusting, ugly, all of these things. Should have gone with the less pretty, ugly layer. Oh, looks like I'm losing connection. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Should I go with the less pretty wrapping paper, the less pretty person? Maybe the ugly eyes from the inside? But it's not gonna make me look good. Maybe I don't like to look at it. Now I'm stuck with looking at it for the rest of my life because I made that one choice. But I get all the plus and bonus of beautiful inside. So you get to enjoy all the greatest thing. Then you'll say, okay, forget about the. Or do you pick the beauty? And again, it looks like I'm stuck with just a pretty wrap. So I'm not talking for everybody, of course. A lot of pretty lady, pretty guys are pretty in the inside too. But and a lot of people who are ugly in the inside too. This physique is just physique. You don't choose how you're gonna look. But that's basically the metaphor that I wanted to approach today on that. On it's pretty on the inside, and I have seen the most ugliest individual been the most pretty faces. And it's very sad because a pretty thing attract a lot of people, a lot of attention. So lots of those very ugly people with a pretty look of prettiest body and all this, so just blessed with a beauty, like exceptional beauty, let's say. And they use that to get all these things and to use people, and they use people's hurts to gain access to things, to get a better positions, to get all these gifts, to get free stuff all the time. So there's people who do that. And there's also people who use that for power or for winnings or for prize or for oh tons of women who are using sugar daddies or are gold diggers, and they will use their beauty they, to rip off that poor old man who has millions of dollars, work all his life, has a heart of gold, generous man, wonderful family, and she would just rip his heart off just to get his boats and his car and his castle. And then once she gets everything she wants, she just like let him die alone. Don't care a thing, treat them like crap. It's really sad. There's so many ugly inside women with such a good looking face who are using those poor people. I always found that to be horrible. When I was younger, and I get enjoy free pass to a nightclub, free meal once in a while, which I didn't really get that many free meals. Usually I just eat out at somebody's house. Free drinks at the clubs. That's it. If somebody wanted to give me a bracelet once in a while, which I really got, I got two. I got one necklace at Saint Valentine, one ring once, and I had a very rich guy who got obsessed with me for about 2 or 3 years of his life, who maybe spent $200 for Christmas or $300 on me, and that's probably constantly bought me foods or tried to buy me presents, and I wasn't even with him. I just kept refusing, and it just kept coming at me. He was highly obsessed with me, and that's about how much I got from anybody. And I never said, please give me this and that, and I'm gonna use you or use your feeling, or no. He was pushing on me, and I was saying no, and it just kept coming. He's basically he just will not let go. So it was his choice. It was my choice for saying no, but after a while I had pity on him. Just say yes. That doesn't make me makes me a gold digger. Just makes me a human being. So if I wanted to be myself, if I ever wanted to be a gold digger, I could have done that years ago when I was 2018 and marry any rich guy. I used to be, very pretty and skinny and obviously, and I had millions of guys at my feet, and I could have picked anyone. I could have. I knew people who had tons of money, and at any time I could have choose to work for the rest of my life and just be a gold digger and a user, and get myself up like this, just, drive my boats and go. First of all, I didn't want to be a sex object to anybody, so that would be something I would have never done. So I think that some of those gold diggers are also prostitutes. I'm losing the connection again. Hello, so I'm not sure it's gonna show or if my voice is gonna get cut off or what. I don't know why this connection is terrible. Anyway, so it's all about dignity. You have to have some kind of dignity. And there's people, they come from great, wonderful family, but they don't have any pride or dignity in them. So the sad part is that when you're struggling and you've done trying to do the most honest thing as working as, restaurant and fast food and cleaning and anything you can find, and then you're struggling and you end up poor, or you've been mistreated by some stupid guys, and then people are like, oh, you poor, and look at you, and you're still not married and you don't have that, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm not a gold digger. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to live my best life. And never used anybody. At least I'm proud of that. I'd rather Yeah, I rather clean toilet than ever have to be a main slave. And a lot of those women who use those main tons of company and non-profits and stuff and making billions of dollars or just steal people's money so they can advance in their career and get the degree they wanted, do no work, just use people so then they can crush everybody else under them and treat people like garbage. And nobody ever found them out. And outside, that they don't, because there's millions of goddamn gold digger out there, men's and women's. And a lot of them have great jobs, and we don't even know how they got there. Anyway, and all this to say that a pretty face, can do a lot of damage. But uh, but is it really the right choice? Picking that just because it looks good? And if let's say half of those gold diggers who have like no hurt, no soul, some of them are big hard time sociopath who have just like that woman was married to Mel Gibson, who of that girl who was with Johnny Depp, I'm not gonna say the name, um, who just gonna play along, pretend to be in love, and then wait until they gain the full trust, so they cash in all their bank account. So their master plan worked. So basically, they go out of their way using their face and their hurt, the fake hurt, to get all the money. But their partner, they're not even thankful for even everything that they done for them. They would just say, they would just crush them as soon as they get a little weak. They would destroy them. They would turn their back on them, take every single thing, and then claim that it's theirs. And that's the really sad part, that a lot of people get fooled by them because they don't look behind the face. And that's how, you gotta use your brain a little bit. And that's a problem with some guys, and they don't. They say, tiens, that girl looks so beautiful. Oh, she appears to be super sweet. But you gotta dig a little bit more behind that and be a little bit, and some guys are just not mature, even in their mid-30s. And then a few years later, they end up with nothing. Their house is in foreclosed, the woman's got everything she wanted. She got nothing. Now she's got all their fortune and goodbye. So, I admire more of those guys who meet people for who they are, what they do, who they are as a person, and then look at their morals. You gotta look at people's moral. That's really what matters. Anyway, and just came up to me yesterday. We were buying some chocolate, and there was a very pretty fancy wrapping, and I thought for sure it was going to be delicious, and it wasn't. So that's it. That's what I got for today. So I see you next time. Oh, don't forget to go back and check out my podcast.